Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Vijana Vallabha Gopi Jana Vallabha Nandana Sajajanandana Yasodanandana Sajajanandana Yamunatira Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Sajajanandana Yasodanandana Sajajanandana Yamunatira Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jagacharya Astotarasita Sri Srimad Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pariva Jagacharya Astotarasita Sri Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai आनंद गौरी वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपाल गोपीनाथ श्याम राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। जमुना माई की जय। गंजिस माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. Glory to Shishi Guru Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Prita Bhutalesh Mati Bhakti Dhira Damodara Namaste Krishna Paraya Prabhupada Shitan Rishi Gaura Karana Shakti Bhakti Dhira. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Praishavadrishu Nityam Bhagavat Sevayam Bhagavati Uttamasukhi Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Agyana Tirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshululitam Jena Tashmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamayam Padati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saguna Lalita Shri Visakhan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaeva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 12. Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead. Text 33. Iti Vyavasitam Tasya Vyavasaya Shurotamo Darasayam Asatur Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim Iti Vyavasitam Tasya Vyavasaya Surotamo Darasayam Asaturu Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim Iti Vyavasitam Tasya Vyavasaya Surotamo Darashayam Nasuturu Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim Iti Vyavasitam Tasya Vyavasaya Surotamo Darasayam Asaturu Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim
Iti Vyavasitam Tasya Vyavasaya Surotamo Darshayam Asantu Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim
Puro Yanena Gachatim Iti Vyavasitam Tasya Vyavasaya Surotamo Darasayam Asaturu Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim Iti Vyavasitam Tasya Vyavasaya Surotamo Darasayam Asaturu Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim
Iti Vyavasitam Tasya
Vyavasaya Surotamo Darashayam Asaturu Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim Iti Vyavasitam Tasya Vyavasaya Surotamo Darasayam Asaturu Devim Puro Yanena Gachatim
व्यवसितं तस्य
इति व्यवसितं तस्य
व्यवसाय सुरोतमो
व्यवसाय सुरोतमो
दर्शयम् आसतुर्देवीं पुरोयानेन गच्छतिं
पुरोयानेन गच्छतिम् इति thus vyavasitam contemplation tasya of Dhruva vyavasaya understanding Sura Utamo the two chief associates Dharasayam Asatu showed to him Devi exalted Suniti Pura before Yanena by a plane Gachatim going forward. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace is founder Acharya Jagadguru Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The great associate of Vaikuntha Loka, Nanda and Sunanda, could understand the mind of Dhruva Maharaj, and thus they showed him that his mother Suniti was going forward in another plane. Purport. This incident proves that the Shiksha or Diksha Guru, who has the disciple who strongly execute devotional service like Dhruva Maharaj, can be carried by the airplane, even though the instructor is not as advanced. Although Suniti was an instructor to Dhruva Maharaj, she could not go to the forest because she was a woman. Nor could she execute austerities and penances as Dhruva Maharaj did. Still, Dhruva Maharaj was able to take his mother with him. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj also delivered his atheistic father, Hiranyakashipu. The conclusion is that a disciple or an offspring who is a very strong devotee can carry with him to Vaikuntha Loka either his father, mother, or Shiksha or Diksha Guru. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, if I could perfectly deliver even one soul back home, back to Godhead, I would think my mission, which is propagating Krishna consciousness, to be successful. The Krishna consciousness movement is spreading now all over the world. And sometimes I think that even though I am crippled in many ways, if one of my disciples becomes as strong as Dhruva Maharaj, then he will be able to carry me with him to Vaikuntha Loka. Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada humility ki. Yes, continue from yesterday. Dhruva Maharaj is going back home, back to Godhead. And he was not ungrateful. So he desired the success of his mother, who introduced him to Krishna consciousness. One who introduced one to Krishna consciousness is the greatest well-wisher. He is the best well-wisher. So Prabhupada is the well-wisher of the whole world, because he single-handedly spread the Krishna consciousness all over the world. And we owe him a lot. We owe him a lot. So the Bhakti Dhira Swami, he used the word peon. We are peon of Srila Prabhupada. Peon means a debtor who cannot pay his or her debt. How will you pay? A debt which you cannot pay. What's the way to pay it? If you are a debtor, you are in debt, so much indebted that you cannot pay. You don't have any facility to pay. How do you pay that? Because a debtor will not go back to Godhead. A debtor cannot go back to Godhead. You have to pay the debt. How do we pay? We can liquidate the debt by giving ourselves. That's the way we pay the debt. We have to give ourselves. So we are Srila Prabhupada's debtor. We are indebted to him for what he has done for the whole world. It's incredible. But he did it. And here he's showing his humility. He came to deliver us. It is our scripture, it's our charya's instruction or belief or understanding that no one can spread Krishna consciousness without empowerment. So Srila Prabhupada is empowered to spread Krishna consciousness. So there's no question of any one of us taking him back to Godhead. It is we that are being taken back home, back to Godhead by his divinity, by his purity, by his compassion, by his love. But he showed it here. So the instruction is that it's very, very important, very, very important. Because we have one of the serious issues we have in our movement today is a guru issue. Very, very serious. And it becomes like a contamination. Like a contamination. Why is a contamination? Because in the course of all this nonsense, we are committing a lot of offenses. So we are spreading offenses instead of spreading Krishna consciousness. Many. It is going on. Right now it is going on. Women Diksha Guru. It's a controversy in this one. The contamination is very, very high. We are offending each other seriously. And Papa mentioned yesterday that because Suniti was a woman and mother of Dhruva Maharaj, she couldn't be his Diksha Guru. But does she facilitate Dhruva's success? She was not a recognized Diksha Guru, but this is facilitates Dhruva Maharaj's success of going back to Godhead? Yes, she did. So who is that? Who is that? Who is that? How will you call her? Shiksha Guru. Is it not? She's Shiksha Guru. Does he need initiation? Does he need a campaign? Does he need politicking to solicit? Does it appear here? Any politics here? It naturally happened. Was any appointment? In the net, vote for me. Now there's a lot of confusion going on in our movement. But look carefully. You will see how Christian consciousness is so pure, and very simple. But we are very crooked and dubious. Therefore, we are making simple things very, very difficult to understand. Look at the scripture, the position of a spiritual master is clearly defined. But you look at our philosophy, look at our dealings, very, very complicated. Any complication here? She simply gave the instruction as pure as she could give it. And it acted on Dhruva Maharaj because Dhruva was open. He was open. Therefore, the instruction penetrated his consciousness. He acted upon that. He became succeeded. Because from there, from the guidance of his mother, from the Siksha Guru, he got a Diksha Guru. The Diksha Guru initiated him and showed him the proper way to do it. He did. He was successful. And here he is appreciating. He appreciating his mother. So, the associated by Kuntaloka, Nanda and Sunanda, they told Dhruva Maharaj, just see, your mother is in your front. Pura. Purana. Pura means old. Old. Can be previous or old. Or senior. What do we call it? So your mother is already, she's already in your front. She's ahead. Before you. So you don't have to worry about her. She's already there. So Prabhupada is saying this incident proves that the Siksha or Diksha Guru who has a disciple who strongly executes devotional service like Dhruva Maharaj is a disciple. A disciple is a representative of the spiritual master. That is a disciple. It means disciples should have the quality of our father. Like we are all trying to develop Krishna's quality because he's our supreme father. Similarly, the pure devotees, they have the qualities of Krishna. We have to have their qualities. Not by imitating, by quality. Anything which we constantly do, that things will show in our life. Anything which we do constantly. So you are eating very nicely. It will show in our face that they are eating nicely. Right? Anything which we do constantly. It should show in our life that if we don't have to speak it, the quality will speak by itself. It should show people who we are. So we are looking for a disciple who strongly execute devotionals, who will strongly execute devotionals like Dhruva Maharaj. That's a disciple. A disciple who will strongly execute devotional service like Dhruva Maharaj can be carried by the disciple even though the instructor is not as advanced. Even the instructor is not so advanced. Even though the instructor is not so advanced. One can still become a pure devotee. And our tradition has made the perfect arrangement. Our system
I'm sorry to disturb you, Maharaj. Someone has blocked the pub there. Please move. Let me go, please.
Number of
Although Suniti was an instructor to Dhruva Maharaj, she could not go to the forest because she was a woman. Nor could she execute austerities and penances as Dhruva Maharaj did. We have many women who went to the forest and performed severe austerity. And many. There are certain things which are designated for a particular person. That does not mean that no one else can do it. But it is designated for this person. For example, the father has a position different from the position of a child. Both of them are human beings. A child can bear the father's name, right? Right? Yes. In some places, the father will name one of his favorite son, his own name. So it's 𝐶𝐢𝐬𝐬 Junior. Yeah, 𝐶𝐢𝐬𝐬 Senior, the father. 𝐶𝐢𝐬𝐬 Junior, the son. Some people, they do that. He's bearing the father's name, but he's junior. And he has his position. The father has his position. So we see in our tradition, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, they are all initiated as Brahmin. They have Brahmin trade. But only a Brahmana will perform Jagya everywhere, inside and outside. A Kshatriya will perform Jagya only in his house, not outside. Both of them they have Brahmanical qualification, but the Brahmana is still different because there's something which is so particular, but peculiar to that position, that he is ingrained in that person, right? So it doesn't mean that a Brahmana, a Kshatriya will not do Jagya. He will do. Because he's trained, he has Brahman trade. He's chanting Brahmana mantras. He can do that. Vaishya also have trade. But they have limitation, while the Brahmana does not have limitation. So, a woman can perform austerity even more severe than a man. But in the system, it is for men only. So it doesn't mean that women cannot do it. Tulsi Devi, she did austerity for thousands of years. Why? Is she looking for Lord Vishnu as a husband? Yes, as a god. Tulsi Devi, she did austerity. Devaki, Vasudeva, they did heavy austerity. 40,000 years. Eating the leaf that falls from, not the fresh leaf, the leaf that falls down. That is the only. Can you imagine that? The leaf that falls, when the leaf falls down, you don't have to stand up to pluck leaves like we are doing, pluck fruit and eat. Huh? We are asked to fast for 10 days. Why is that? Oh, how is it possible? Can you do it? Only do it for 2 days and stop. Drona and Dara, 40,000 years of austerity. And after that is they're eating the leaves that falls. After 40,000 years, 20,000 years only on air. Not 20 days. 20,000 years. They live on air. That's all, only air. That's what they were eating. To become the father of the Supreme Personality of God and the mother. This is the price you have to pay. And we are taking our devotional very casually. Want to be a pure devotee tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Prabhupada said here, a disciple who strongly executes devotional service like Dhruva Maharaj. What is Prabhupada saying? He's expecting all of us to execute devotional service so strongly. It may not be only the austerity, but it must be desire. But how will you get that strong desire? Austerity. It's austerity. It gives strength. Yes. Austerity gives strength. Dhruva Maharaj, he was a Brahmana in his past life. He's a past life, he's a Brahmana. Strong Brahmana. Not just a Dhruva. He's a Brahmana. In the course of his preaching, he visited the householder and he became attracted. Look at, hey, beautiful clock. he was attracted to the life of a prince. So Krishna didn't send him back to Godhead. He brought him as a prince. That's how Dhruva became a prince, because he has a slight attraction for it. Although he was a very high Brahmana. See what desire can do. He had to come back again. But the practice he did in the past supported the present austerity he performed. With the Sattva blood and the determination of a Brahmana, Dhruva. See, Brahmana, Dhruva is strong. The proper, the desire of a bona fide spiritual master is to see all of us become a strong devotee, strong disciple. This is a desire. Strong disciple. Want to be? We are expected to become strong devotees. Strong, determined, serious. We want to do our best in Krishna consciousness. Yes. That's the desire. That is the expectation. We all have expectation from a spiritual master, is it not? You know? We have expectation from a spiritual master. We want some certain thing from our spiritual masters, is it not? So the spiritual master doesn't have expectation for us? No?
Yes.
He has. What is the expectation? We should become strong devotees. Strong. Like Dhruva Maharaj, properly say, like Dhruva Maharaj. Like Dhruva Maharaj. So that even if you are a guru who initiated you into Krishna consciousness, or a person who introduced you to Krishna consciousness, he didn't make it, you have to make it and also make it for him or her. My brother who told me, who showed the Krishna consciousness in the newspaper. He saw Krishna consciousness advert on the newspaper. And he told me, the Indian society, you are trying to go to India. This Indian society here, let us go and check. That's how we came to 𝐤𝐬𝐬. He is not practicing, but I'm practicing. He didn't pray. He's the one who first saw. And he made me to see. Then we went to the temple. I'm practicing. I'm trying to practice. But he's not trying to practice. Huh? But inside, Krishna consciousness works. So Prabhupada wants us to be a strong devotee. So we wouldn't have any difficulty. We will not have any difficulty in our Krishna consciousness. Whatever happens, we will not have any difficulty. Oh, why this will happen? But it has happened. So what will you do? It shouldn't happen, but it has happened. So what will you do? You give your Krishna consciousness, you are a failure. The other person may be the instrument to expose where we are, what we are. The person who has fallen down is what? It's an instrument to expose where we are, that will become attracted to that and forget that, yes, although some people are falling, there's some people who are not falling. Why should I busy myself with the useless thing and forget about the useful things? Why? Because we don't have a strong determination in Christian consciousness. We'll be affected by the nonsense thing which will happen, or by the politics which is happening. The politics is happening. Prabhupada mentioned there are so many envious people in this moment. So what will they do? It's not politics. What will envious people do? Politics. And we are becoming attracted to the politics and forget about the truth, the bhakti. Who is cheated? It is we who are cheated because we are not serious. If we are serious, we'll be able to see in the middle of these difficulties, Krishna consciousness is still going on because it's eternal. It's eternal. And it will go on. Nothing can check it. Nothing. Nothing can check Krishna consciousness. Nothing can check Krishna consciousness. Our nonsense can check us because we are not strong in our determination in Krishna consciousness. If the determination is strong, Dhira, brata, yes, Dhira, yes, that is it, Dhira. Determination, strong determination is required in Krishna consciousness. Why? Because the path is not smooth. The path is not smooth. Yesterday we heard in lecture from His Holiness Dhira Maharaj. The path of bhakti is not easy. Right? The path of bhakti is not easy. And why should it be easy? Why? Why should it be easy? Easy things are meant for lazy people. Yes. Therefore, Dhira. Dhira. Strong determination to be a devotee. Yes. To be a devotee. To climb a mountain or climb the stairs or climb a tree. Don't you need strength? You need strength to do that. We are climbing. We are climbing. So we need strength. We need spiritual strength. That strength will come from determination. Determination will come from austerity. Austerity will come from understanding the goal. We must understand the goal. Then you will be determined. Yes, I need this. I will go for it. Dhira Maharaj. So devotees should not be shaken in our Krishna consciousness with all that is going on. With all that is going on, that should not be our distraction. If we are distracted by the distractions, means we are not, our determination is not strong. If our determination is very strong, does anyone feel you offended me today, I'm not going to sleep? Huh? But you offended me today, I will not sleep today. Do we do like that? Oh, you offended me today, I will not be a Hare Krishna devotee again. Because all these people, they are not pure. Okay, you go to where you are going, somebody is pure there. Huh? Your father is pure there, your mother is pure there. Huh? Foolishness. Stay in Krishna consciousness at all costs. Huh? And hear attentively from the bona fide source. All the dirty things about the knee, about the shoe, will be removed, be trashed out. So Bhagavad Lord Krishna said, all these dualities is just a concoction of our mind. It's a mind that is creating all these things. See all these unnecessary things. It's a creation of our mind. Which mind? The foolish mind, not the divine mind, not the pure mind. Not from Mahatma, from Duratma. What they use? Listening to Duratma. So listen to Mahatmas, because they will also make us Mahatmas. Mahatmas tu mamparta devim prakritim shita. Krishna said, the Mahatmas are under the divine energy. Huh? The divine energy. Mahatmas. Yeah. They are controlled, they function within the divine energy of Krishna. So we should listen to them and damn all the other consequences. Damn all the consequences. Take shelter of Mahatma. Our goal will be achieved. Even if there are so many difficulties, challenges, yes, they should be there. And they will be there because we are in the abode of Maya. They will be there. But one who is determined will not see what is happening. He won't see what is happening. Because he only seeing Krishna. We only see Krishna. We are following the path of divinity, Krishna. So we see Krishna only. So we should be trained to see only Krishna. In everything that is happening, we should see only Krishna. And we'll get there. Because that is a part. Krishna told Arjuna, you see, All the previous people before you, they followed the instruction I'm giving to you now. They became successful. They attained pure love for me. So if you follow them, what I'm teaching you now, you attain to the same destination like them. Because I give you an example. Not that I'm just telling you something which is new. Something that has worked for many people. You follow the path, you also get the same result. There's no experiment here. It's already experimented. When food is cooked and offered to Krishna, prasadam, do you need to cook again? No. What do you do? Relish it. Yes, and become nourished. That's all. Krishna consciousness is already prepared, is given to us. So let's enjoy it. Prabhupada said. Enjoy it, but we should not spoil it. Don't spoil it. Enjoy it. Don't spoil it. You don't have the qualification to spoil it, but you have the qualification to enjoy it. So this powerful instruction Prabhupada is giving. Still, Dhruva Maharaj was able to take his mother with him. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj also delivered his atheistic father, Hiranyakasipu. The conclusion is that a disciple or an offspring who is a very strong devotee can carry with him to Vaikuntha Loka either his father, mother, or Shiksha, or Diksha Guru. Yes, could happen. Biva Mangal Thakura. Biva Mangal Thakura. His girlfriend who instructed him to be devotee, does he practice bhakti? Huh? She didn't practice. She was doing her profession. But she instructed him. This attachment you have for this perishable body, if you can just give 1% to Krishna, your life will be successful. No. The realization was not there. You open our consciousness to see the truth. How? Immediately, that is the power of purity. The power of purity. The word penetrated into his consciousness. And the desire to gratify it disappeared. He started thinking about that. Oh. Look at, then he went back. That instruction pushed him back to go back and see what I've been doing. See. He was looking at that. So if I could just give this to Krishna, just a switch over. Read? It's a switch over. I will be pure devotee, but I'm engaging this for nonsense. Oh, okay. I better give it to Krishna. That was the turning point when good fortune arise. Good fortune arise. He took it very seriously. And that is how he studied the Krishna consciousness. Even on the way. On the way, he still has some challenges. He still faced some challenges on the way. Not that everything became very smooth. Okay, now the seed of bhakti was planted, now everything is finished. No. He still got challenges on the way. Now he's going on the way to Krishna. He saw another lady on the front taking part. Oh, he was attracted again. And he went there. The lady noticed this man, this unfortunate sadhu. This unfortunate sadhu. He said, Sadhu, but he's looking at me. Huh? Want to give up your position and come down? What is this? So she quickly dressed up and left. He followed her. So she went and told her husband, this is sadhu day. He's after me. What to do? providence. So it's a sadhu. So go and assist him. Go and satisfy him. Because the devotee was clean in his heart. The wife also got the permission, not as he wanted. The husband said, go. So he came. Okay, I'll give you what you want. That affected Bilamangal Thakura. He was affected by the purity of the lady and the husband. He was affected. So please, give me the pin on your head. It's okay? Bilamangal took it. Broke his ass out. How do you call that? Dhira. Determination to get Krishna. The determination to get Krishna. He physically punched his eyes with a pin. Blind. Now, how will he go to God? How will he get to Vrindavan? He has not gotten to Vrindavan. How will he get there? Krishna personally came and took him. This is the potency. Krishna came and took him. Come with me. You have done the sacrifice necessary for attaining me. Let us go. Krishna took him and brought him directly to Vrindavan. When he brought him to Vrindavan, then he left him. Bilamangal Thakura knew who took him there. He knew. He could not see physically, but inside he was seeing. So, you the rascal boy, I'm going to report you to your mother. How did he know it's Christian? Because Christian showed him. Christian did in the heart. I'll report you to your mother. You brought me and left me here. Krishna will never leave anyone alone. But Krishna will give us a chance to show the love we have for him. Krishna takes pleasure in doing that to his devotees. To demonstrate the love the devotee has for him. To the extent devotee could go to search for Krishna. Krishna also take Krishna can go to any extent to put his devotee in a situation that he will search for him to that end. So Bilamangal became Lila Shuka. Yes. Lila Shuka. So he chanted the Krishna Kanamrit as expression of his love for Lord Krishna. So beautiful, so sweet. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was attached to this, like Krishna Kanamrit, Brahma Samhita. Is the greatest jewel. The blessing, one will realize Krishna by hearing this. Krishna Kanamrit. Yes. Dhira. Srila Bhakti Dhira Thakur used to say, if I could perfectly deliver even one soul back home, back to Godhead, I would think my mission of propagating Krishna consciousness to be successful. It's pure devotees. They are looking for a pure devotee. They're not looking for anything else. And for this, they can devise many ways to achieve this. Many ways. So the Prabhupada introduced Food for Life, live membership, club membership, Sankirtan, Harinam, deity worship, college preaching, what again? Bhakti Dhira, Hanamahat. Papa devised all these things. The only thing he's looking for in all these things is to get pure devotee. To get a pure devotee. So we should know the goal. We should know what is the expectation of our chariots. And a devotee will be considered bona fide if we could follow that and try to fulfill their desire. We will become successful. Our success depends on connecting with the desire of our chariots. If you have a different desire, we will not have the strength to become successful. The potency will come from sacrificing whatever it is within our reach to satisfy the desire, the heart desire of our chariots. They want us to become pure devotees. Prabhupada was asked, the devotees asked Prabhupada, what will satisfy you the most? Many devotees in this court knows the answer. Is it not? Sankirtan, everybody will know. Yes, Sankirtan. Prabhupada said, book distribution in my life is what is maintaining me. But Prabhupada didn't say, he didn't give that answer that day. Everybody knows, all the Sankin devotees were waiting, looking at each other. We are the ones. We are here. Prabhupada is going to announce us now to the world. Prabhupada said, become a pure devotee. That would please me the most. No Sankirtan. Book distributors? No. So many powerful book distributors have left this movement. A pure devotee will never leave this movement. Is it not? Many powerful book distributors, they have left this movement. A pure devotee will never leave this movement. A pure devotee will not. Because what? He is now one with Krishna. So living what? Living doesn't exist again for a pure devotee. Living what? Live what? There's nothing to live. Now we have become one with Krishna. One with Krishna doesn't mean we are merging to Krishna. One with Krishna means now we are one with Krishna in interest, in perfection, in purity. Now we have gotten what is the most important thing? Pure love for God, Krishna consciousness. So, there's no question of a pure devotee grouping or giving up Krishna consciousness. It doesn't exist. So, our Acharya, they are showing us here, they will be successful. Krishna told Yudhishthira Maharaj, just keep this your lamentation aside. Put on the royal dress. Let's go to Acharya and to grandfather. He is leaving the body. Don't go to him and make him feel sorrowful leaving the body. That is not the duty of a disciple. A disciple should present himself or herself to the spiritual master so that he will be very happy to leave the body. Yes, now I have somebody to represent me. This is our interest. This is where we should put our interest, our focus. We should live our Christian conscious life in such a way our spiritual master will live in the body happily. Because I have people to represent me. I have a representative. What I have given will not end after my departure. It will continue because I have representatives. It's not just all these external things which we do. All these external things, all the rituals in Christian consciousness, they are to help us attain the real thing. The real thing is to become a pure devotee. So whatever thing we are doing, we should know. The goal is to become a pure devotee of Krishna. That is the goal. We are chanting Hare Krishna. It's Krishna Prema we want. That's the goal. What do we do to get that? That should be our preoccupation. What should I do to become a pure devotee of Krishna? As Krishna wanted to attain the pure love for God. What should I do? Rukmini Devi, she told Krishna, in a letter she sent to Krishna, if my austerity is not sufficient to have you as my husband, then I will continue to the next life. Because the determination is to have you. That which is meant for the lion should not be taken by jackals. I am for you, Krishna, not Shusupal. Shusupal is a jackal. You are a lion. So come and kidnap me. I know that I don't want you to kill my parent. Don't kill my parent. So what you should do? Listen, what you should do? What you should do? In our family, when any lady is getting married, we go to Medavi, not Medavi. You see, Medavi, not Madavi. Medavi, Durga, he's Durga. We go to Durga. So, by tomorrow, in the morning, 8 o'clock, when I'm going to the temple, or when I have finished taking darshan of the temple, of the deity, and I'm coming out, take me and go away. In this way, my parents will not be there. The only people who will be there with the Kshatriyas who are there to protect him because they knew he may come. Because I informed Susupada, I don't like him. He's not him I want to marry to. I want Krishna. So they are prepared. So you can deal with them, but not my parent. Don't kill my parent. So Krishna read the letter very carefully. Oh, this is great. He put it under his pillow and slept there. So he can think of Rukmini the whole day. Because he's a Lakshmi Devi. That's Lakshmi Devi. He's eternal consort. For Krishna to kill all the demons, you have to plant Rukmini there so he can do his duty. Like what is happening. Otherwise, she will not be there. She will appear with him like Prithu Maharaj and Archie. But Krishna don't do that. He put all his queens in demonic families, so he will kill all of them and take them away. Jarasandha, all of them. Morasura, all of them. That's what Krishna did. Perfect plan. And this way Krishna demonstrated his supreme position and take his queens away from the demons and marry them. Yes. The Krishna consciousness movement is spreading now all over the world. And sometimes I think that this is proper humility. I think that even though I am crippled in many ways, properly not crippled, if one of my disciples becomes as strong as Dhruva Maharaj, then he will be able to carry me with him to Vaikuntha Loka. Srila Prabhupada ki. Comments or question? Yes, Prabhupada.
Every one of us are not in the same modes of material nature.
Yes.
So does this have a relationship with the levels of our determination?
Yes. Yes. We will act according to the mood which is dominating us. But that is not an excuse. We will act according to the mood which is dominating us. So in the first canto of Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami said, Lord Krishna came for those who are in the mood of goodness, not ignorance and passion. Krishna came for goodness. Why? In goodness they can understand this. Can understand this goodness. In passion, in fourth canto, actually, fourth canto is in 3 sections. It's fourth canto. Ignorance, passion, and goodness. It's fourth canto. Ignorance, that is Daksha. Passion, that is Dhruva Maharaj section. Goodness, that is Prithu Maharaj section. This is fourth canto. 3 divisions. So, yes, you don't expect the person in mode of ignorance to be absorbed in studying the scriptures or for hearing the philosophy. We're thinking of, what is the time now? But what is the breakfast time? Breakfast. What time for breakfast? Are we going to have breakfast today? So even though we sit in a class, this breakfast will be hearing, not Dhruva Maharaj. Right? And a person in a mode of passion, he will look at the Bhagavatam. This book must be very expensive. If I sell this book, that will make a big money. He wouldn't think of reading it. He would think about how much money you get from selling. He's selling the book. The person in mode of God will read it. He will read it. He will enjoy it. 3 classes of food. So Srila Prabhupada chastised so seriously. These books are distributing. Are you reading it? I didn't write this book to sell. I wrote this book for you. Yes, you read. You read this book. Okay, I should read it. And yes, we will function like that according to the moods. But there's a chance for all of us from any mood to become pure devotee. So I'm mode of ignorance, so what can I do, Prabhu? So if I sleep in the class, it doesn't matter. Don't blame me. That is my mood. Don't blame me. I can sleep in the class. No problem. Huh? A person in a mode of ignorance, if he sleeps in a class, it doesn't make arrangements. It doesn't make any arrangement to overcome it. The same with the person in a mode of passion. We don't make arrangement, we don't make effort to correct our nonsense. But a person in goodness, if he's sleeping, he'll get up without somebody telling him or her. It's easy to understand. With our philosophy, you can easily understand anyone. Very easily. In goodness, if I'm sleeping, I will stand up. Because I know I'm sleeping. I will stand up. Or in the class, I will stand up. But in passion and ignorance, even somebody come and wake you, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. And go back again. That is ignorance. But still there is a chance in Krishna consciousness. That's a chance. We'll start from there. We'll start from there. And gradually, by see what Prabhupada established. Prabhupada established this is called in goodness, to raise us to the goodness level. Don't you see that? Huh? That's what he introduced for us. That's what he gave to us. Wake up early in the morning. What is that? That's goodness. You wake me too early. You wake me too early. We are pushing you to be in goodness. What is the problem? Why can't you be appreciative? Huh? People leave the house and they leave the comfort of the house and they will go to a place of pilgrimage to make some austerity, right? But right in your house, we put you in that situation. Right in your house. You are not traveling anywhere, no expenses to make. We put you in the same situation. Get up early and start chanting. You don't have to travel to do that. Right in the house, you can do it. Why are you complaining? You should be grateful. You know? Wake up early morning to chant japa. That is wrong. It's a bad thing. You can write a whole book and make a politics. Or wake up too early, then you not sleep well, then you have headache, you have this, you get disease, you get sick, and that is your illusion. That is illusion. Haridas Thakura got sick. All of us say we would like to name our child Haridas Thakura, is it not? But we would like to face what Haridas Thakura faced to become Haridas Thakura Namacharya. All of us want to name our child Sanatana Goswami. You know? You don't want? If your child you name him Rupa Goswami. You say, no, don't give him this name. Will you say like that? You say, yeah, great, Guru, thank you. I like this name. One disciple told me, when you are going to initiate me, you should give me Rupa Manjari Devidasi. That's okay. That's okay. No problem. But, yeah, Manjari. Yeah, Manjari. What the name you want? No qualification. Better we have the qualities. Have the qualities. So you are chanting japa. What is that? What is that? Goodness. We do arati in the morning. What is that? Huh? How do you call it? How do you call it? Huh? Morning program. How do you call it? Mangala arati. You call it Mangala arati. That is what? Auspicious. So that is bad? Huh? So a person is pushing you to do Mangala. And you are complaining. What do you want in Krishna consciousness? What do you want? Can't we see what is happening? Eh? You don't see? Somebody care for me so much is pushing me. No, I don't want to make advance. Leave me where I'm satisfied. Just leave me here, I'm satisfied. His Holy Bhakti Maharaj told Srila Prabhupada when he made the heavy sacrifice, Dhira, heavy sacrifice, he took heavy risk. Heavy. And Prabhupada was so pleased with him and he called for him. When he came, Prabhupada was shedding tears, looking at him. You did this? My Gurudev said, you push me. You push me to do this. Papa said, yes. My Gurudev pushed me and I'm pushing you. See? What is wrong with that? What's wrong? Pushing you, no, don't push me. Don't push me. I'm satisfied. Satisfied. You are satisfied like this? Huh? We shouldn't be satisfied like this. Satisfaction should come when our heart is expanding. Christian consciousness is expanding. Our interest is going deep and deep into Christian consciousness. The world is becoming meaningless without Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Yes. Every day we are praying Krishna. Look at me graciously. Don't look at me with disgust because of my sinful nature. Look at me with grace and place your lotus feet on the throne of my heart. I destroy my ignorance so that I will serve you both day and night, tirelessly. That's the consciousness maintained. And for that we are pushing. We're pushing. Take the push. Become successful. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.